up, honey, a new tactics game just dropped. What is this? This is Wantless, Solace at World's End. It's a tactics game similar to something you might think like an XCOM. One of the hooks here is that it's designed around having these big bursts of turns. So, you know, sometimes you'll be playing a tactics game and you'll be like, on this turn, I don't really have the currency to do what I need to do. I don't have the action points. So you're just like, I'm going to hunker down. In Wantless, you can have a huge turn for yourself, but you can also make a mistake that creates a huge turn for the enemies, because every time you act, it gives every enemy more action points. It also has, in theory, an almost incalculable number of possible upgrade paths. You can choose, we'll figure it out as we go in. Exclamation point Wantless. It came out on Steam today. We may want to lower the volume just a little bit here. I do like to hear myself talk. That seems like where I should be. Okay. That's way too quiet. I'd like to apologize for that. Let's raise it up. That's perfect. How'd they get Portishead for the soundtrack too? Holy. Put me in available slot number 1. The last report aired 6 years ago. Me waiting for season 2 of Severance, am I right? 99.5% of us are gone. Wantlessness is a state of perfect fulfillment, after all. When you get one onion ring in your French fry order? Probably. They're a quiet bunch, the Wantless. Most believe it's better than just living your life. Me? I desperately hope it's better than just dying. Hang on, I have to interrupt myself. The El Guiga in chat said my entire life I thought it was pronounced portshed. We're teaching people here on the stream today, okay? Before the invention of Twitch.tv, you would go your whole life thinking it was called portshed, and then one day you'd be having a conversation and you'd be like, hey, did you hear that new Portshed album? And everyone would look at you like, what are you talking about? Twitch has made that obsolete. I had a friend in university. I remember one time she was talking about a movie and she said, is it anime? She was 19 or 20 years old. And I said, anime? What is that? And she said, you know, like Japanese cartoons. And I was like, anime? Anyway, and you're in. Boy is fast asleep up here. Does he look more cheerful on the inside? I think there's a little bit of Jennifer Lopez, Vincent D'Onofrio, Tarsum Singh, the Cell going on here. We are an agent that goes inside the minds of individuals in order to clear them out. That was me watching your stream the other day when you said amygdala. Chibli playing Bloodborne. This monster is called Amy G. Dalla. Nope, not exactly beaming either. Then again, he wouldn't ask to become Wantless if he was. Fair point. It's been a while. Are you feeling okay? I think so. The antibiotics helped. Drag your cursor through the screen's edges. Oh, I respect the tutorial that's like, you got that. Let's move on to the next one. We'll click twice to move here. I may move myself, perhaps for the moment, down to here. Use LMB with your cursor on the gate to exit this section of the mind. Me when I tell myself not to think of a pink elephant. Flesh sale! What is this, a grocery store? Wretch. Thoughts long abandoned, forgotten, not out of shame or growth, merely for a lack of relevance. High melee damage, mobile. Okay, it's my turn. Wretches, forsaken thoughts, aggressive. Still see them as giant insects? Human-faced giant insects. She's Cronenberg pilled. Your skills display here. Hover them to get more information. You'll use action points to cast and move in combat. Understandable. Okay, so let me see. You got a punch. It's got a casting range of 1, deals 30 to 40. We have telekinesis, casting range of 1. Me, when my telekinesis only works at melee range. Thanks for taking me out of the Matrix, Morpheus. I was the guy in charge of changing the font on YouTube once every 9 months. Now I got telekinesis, but I gotta be within arm's reach. And dash. Dash in target direction requires a clear trajectory. Target self. Okay, that makes sense. Skills have limited range. Your punch has a range of 1, so you'll have to move to use it. Costs us 4 action points to move. Understandable? You told me to do it, so I'm going to do it. Use punch twice on the wretch. Get punched on, kid. Get punched on. He battling his demons right now, for real. Use space or press end turn to end your turn. It's his mind's turn now, and you gave the boy a lot to work with. Brace. The more you act, this is what I was talking about at the start. The more you act, the harder the mind retaliates. As you spent 8 action points, your enemies also get to spend 8 action points. There's 2, and then 6 for a hateful rend. You've done 158 damage to me. That seems like a lot. Take small turns to safely control enemy behavior. One of the wretches is planning to leap behind you next turn. Occupying that space will prevent its move. Okay. And then end turn. His turn will fizzle. You'll probably move close to me, and then I'll punch you next time until you die. It's a little into the breach pilled. Okay. I'm going to punch you twice. And then I guess we'll... Oh, destroying an enemy restores an action point. Use this to press your advantage. Impulses are unstable entities that explode upon taking damage. They can be used to destroy your enemies. Or me, right? Or maybe they only hurt the enemy? I don't know. Certain skills can push enemies around, inflicting damage on impact. That damage is enough to detonate impulses. Use telekinesis to push the impulse 5 tiles away, dealing minuscule pure damage, but it's still enough to send you to the Shadow Realm. Okay, room complete. Choose a neural pulse. Sure, I guess I would get angry and increase my hit damage by 40% for 5 turns. Objective, transpose the patient into wantlessness. I might need your help with that one, tutorial. Yippee! It's a large Andy. Forgotten ego. Me when DL Guiga beats me 2 out of 3 rides on any given day. The patient's wants are often heavily guarded. Neutralize whatever stands in your way to get them. You can interact with patient memories to preserve them. Preserving a memory grants buffs. This one heals you. Okay? I mean, I'm using 7 action points to get this memory, though. That's giving everybody else 7 action points. Interacting with an entity costs 1 action point. Okay? Your turn automatically ends when you run out of action points. I'm gonna get hit in the face, man. I've been hammered. When a memory is destroyed, the patient's instability increases, empowering enemies and altering the combat layout. Should instability exceed the maximum, the patient will wake up and you will fail. Okay, noted. You can lower instability by preserving more memories. Push the forgotten ego away before reaching out for more memories. Okay, I will push you into the impulse, so you explode. Dash lets you reach far away positions for less AP, but it can't go through obstacles. Dash is now on cooldown. I will move here. I will preserve this memory. Restore the combat layout, and see green for a little bit. The patient is now stable again. Hippocratic oath confirmed. Dormant enemies will not act for the duration of the effect or until damaged. Many such persistent effects exist. Many such. Use Alt LMB on an entity to examine them to see. Explode, dealing pain damage. Okay. Examine the oh, that's you. Finish the fight as you see fit. The memory near the forgotten restores AP. Okay, I understand. Let's do this. Basically, I'm going to walk over to you and punch you in the face, I think. But when I punch you in the face, you're going to wake up. I would say... Well, you know what we should do? We should not... Dormant for 1 turn. Okay. Wait, that means you're going to act next turn. We have 8 action points remaining. I'm just thinking my way through this, okay? I'm going to move here. I think you're going to wake up and have action points on your next turn. So I'm going to use telekinesis to knock you into this impulse, which has ruined your dormancy. And then I will pass my turn, even though I have action points remaining. Because I don't want you to get more action points. Stockpile. If an enemy has leftover action points, it'll roll them over to the next turn. Me, when I get a text message from my cell phone carrier that says you only used 100 megabytes of data this month, so we're going to roll over your 19 gigabytes to the next month. Just me? Perhaps. Me playing Pokemon Ruby. I don't really understand that one, and you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say that's okay. So I'm going to punch you once. I'm going to punch you till you die, actually. These are the boy's wants. Ready to lead him into blissful slumber? It's pepperoni pizza and 2 episodes of Better Call Saul. Snuff out the patient's wants. Okay, what do they want? Bread and circuses, happiness, comfort, love, success, admiration, peace of mind, that slice of pizza lying in the fridge. I'm 2 for 2, man. What can I say? I know people. He's so back. In some ways, I never left. Protect your chest, Wantless. Patient wants abscised. Vitals are stable. Remaining stress level 0, pulling you back now. I'd say in many ways I'm the best to ever do it. My transposition has been successful. Memory data is valuable. Preserved memories will automatically convert to tokens, currency, when transposition is complete. As Adam Levine said, the memories bring back, memories bring back. Oh. Choose 4. Aerial 1. Strike 1. Duo oscillation. And a dull ankh. You must choose more rewards. I got them all. Ew. My Dumpstead reputation is +0. I don't even have anything to say about that the people of Ohio want to hear. Welcome back. You did well. He's asleep now, for good. I know transposing gets really intense. I'll get him to a nearby cradle. You go get some rest. Hey, morning. You all right? Excuse me, my name is... Think so. Happy for the boy. Are we expecting patients today? Word of an ambulant transposing lab spreads like a damn pandemic. Some are already waiting. Before you get back to it, you got some synapses from the patient's mind maze. Let's do some neural forging together. Can I say I'm a sucker for cyberpunk dialogue, especially if they don't follow it up by saying something like, you know, an ambulatory blah is what's in the world of Zion. It's a blah, 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 blah. Basically, if it's not like the third Matrix movie. Just come up with cool words, say them, and I'll be like, whoa. Like me watching Johnny Mnemonic and finding out that he has a 250 megabyte hard drive in his head and going like, oh my god. He could put like so much data in that. Then I get a little older and I'm like, brother, that's like 50 songs. Dude's got like a car stereo up in the cerebrum. It'll help you deal with that horde of wimps. A new day has dawned. We got 3 new items, none learning points. Must be a weekend. You've unlocked the Neural Forge. You can now craft and equip new skills. Okay, the Neural Forge. There she is, 6 years, huh? Let me try to jog your memory. As a transposer, the Neural Forge is your most important tool. It combines special data components, synapses, in the custom skills you can use during transposition. Of course, there's 3 types of synapses: form, effect, and efficiency, all required to forge new skills. Form synapses determine your skill's range, shape, and the number of effects it can apply. So this is where the myriad possible upgrades come in. Given the amount of upgrades in every category and the combinations you make of them, you can basically handcraft small batch made with love custom skills. They determine range, shape, and number of effects it can apply. Okay. Use LMB on aerial synapse 1 to slot it. We will do so. Effect synapses determine what your skill does to its target and its target types. Select strike 1. I'm imagining strike 1 does damage. And then efficiency determines how much it costs and its cooldown. Select duo oscillation. AP cost 2, cooldown 1. Once at least one synapse of each type is slotted, the resulting skill is previewed on the right. Can I say something? This is just like Thaumcraft in modded Minecraft. I got it all figured out. I put the right crystals on the altar. I right-clicked on the spinning book in the center, and I've crafted a new spell. It's previewed on the right. It is a fear missile. It hits in a plus pattern and deals 40 to 60 fear damage from 2 tiles away. From top to bottom, its customizable name, its AP cost, 2, its cooldown, 1, its effects, 40 to 60 fear damage, its range, 3 tiles, and its casting preview. Okay, we got it. Forge it to continue. That's pretty sick. I would like to close the Forge skill and then equip it. Open the Skills tab. Your Forge skills are here. Equip skills are here. Finally, here is your Discipline. Discipline is the resource you need to equip skills. Each equipped skill reserves Discipline while it's equipped and frees it when it's unequipped. The Discipline cost is determined by its synapses. Skill with a 1-turn cooldown will have a lower Discipline cost than a skill with no cooldown. Okay. Don't you hate it when somebody installs a virus in your neural forge? Don't you hate it when someone bioengineers a virus that when it infects you, it causes your cells to mine cryptocurrency? Anyway, listen, this is Twitter insanity. We don't need to go down there during the sponsored bit. But did you see that? Did you see that tweet? Doesn't know how the computers or how cells work. It does get the people going, though. I just can't with this hell site today. I'm going to put you in position 4. Go ahead and forge another one then. Okay, make it a healing skill to compensate for your habit of getting your ass kicked. Me eating half a banana after I'm forced to spend 25 minutes out of the saddle at 60 resistance. Okay, forge and equip a healing skill. I can do this. We go to the forge. Let's go to form. Let's go to effect. It's got to be cure, of course. And then the form, I guess we'll use the one that's available. It casts on ourself, casting range of 0. And then for efficiency, I guess we'll use the one remaining. I'm a genius. I figured it out all by myself. Heals 120 to 160. Okay, and then close that, skill me, equip it, I'm good to go. And now transpose today's patients. What a nicely paced tutorial. It's me! None of them is looking to become wantless, just a bunch of routine operations. You'll only have time to transpose one patient and the others won't come back. Choose wisely. Look at their tier, mind realm, request, and reward to determine who you want to transpose. Okay, but they'll only differ in reward today. Understood. You're giving me a diagonal attack, do grief damage, and a poison attack with a cooldown. You're giving me... Interesting. It affects me and in an AoE, 40 to 60 pain damage, and blunt. Decreases hit damage. It would weaken our enemies as well. And then, I am diagonal. So true. I have no line. That doesn't make any sense, but that's okay. Casting range of 3, 40 to 60 fear damage, and break 1. I'm going to say that's boring. I'm going to say instead we're going to relieve Ashlyn Campbell. Because I think having like an AoE debuff seems kind of interesting. Let's give it a chance. I was promised thigh highs. Hang on, let me move my camera. I'm just kidding. I'm wearing... I don't know what you call socks, by the way. I don't know. Thigh highs are obvious. But then there's like, what are the socks that I wear that come up to like your mid shin? Not your knee. Like I'm not wearing complete grandpa socks. Those are called crew socks. Okay. And then the ones that only go around basically your heel and a little bit up your Achilles, those are called ankle socks. There's a lot to learn on this planet, you know? There's like 1,000 things you learn about socks, and there's 1 billion things to learn about. It's crazy to think about. The patient request your objective displays here. Relieve them of one lesser spite. I thought it said lesser sprite, and I was like, you know what's not a lesser sprite? The one you get from the fountain at McDonald's. What are the 995 other things to learn about socks? How to put them on, how long you should wear them before washing them, how to place them back in your drawer after matching them. Do you just put them in loose? Do you roll them up into a ball? What to do when you wear a hole into them. I mean, do you want me to keep going? I only got 989 to go. What fabrics feel nice on your foot? What fabrics are appropriate for a gym type situation versus just a normal walk? Do you wear them with sandals? Do you wear them with Crocs, etc.? So it's a complicated world we live in. Lesser strife. Long range damage keeps its distance. And how about, well, we need to get a lesser spite. You're a lesser strife. Most patients' minds ignore your presence if left alone. Thread silently to remain concealed. Okay. Your enemies will ignore you and idle or wander around aimlessly. To remain concealed, you must spend under a limited amount of HP every turn. Approach the nearest lesser strife without going over the AP threshold. Understood. Spending any more AP would lead to detection and a lot of unnecessary damage taken. End turn. You know what I will say about socks, though? They should put a thread count on socks the same way they put it on sheets. Because I want to know, I mean, Kirkland's signature has not steered me wrong in the sock department. But there's there's times I might consider going up 30% thread count just to treat myself. And then saving the average thread count for like a gym sock or something like that. This is a pretty good idea, man. It's better than the thing that shaves your whole face by just the helmet that's exactly the same shape as your entire face. I do want to say, by the way, as we get a little bit further into this, thank you again to Twin Sails Interactive for the sponsorship. I'm excited to be playing Wantless today. Exclamation point Wantless. Check it out for yourself. A very unique twist on the tactics format here. I'm sure that I'm going to cook up some goofy, bespoke skills as we get a little further in. Now, destroy one of these sprites. Me when I'm thirsty. And they have sprite 0. Let me think about the best way to do this, okay? You have 70 HP. This does 40 to 60. You explode? I don't think you explode. This costs 2 AP. I mean, a fear missile, that's definitely something. This costs 2 AP. And then I have to walk over to you and hit you, which is a total of 4 AP. If I walk over to you and hit you twice, it only costs me 3 AP. So let's simply move. Wait, wrong target type? Hang on, right click, move me once, confirm, you'll detect me. Big whoop. I'll punch you twice. I saved 1 action point. Most ranged skill casting is limited by an entity's current line of sight. When faced with ranged enemies, ending turn outside of line of sight can help you approach safely. Okay. You can't see me. You're like a Beatles track off of Rubber Soul. You can't see me. Wasted a lot of action points just moving around. I'm going to move to here and end my turn. Now we're cooking. I'm not going to move to here and end my turn. That's a problem. I don't want telekinesis. I want a little dash. Now, let me think about this. With 8 action points, dash, a missile, and then hide. I think I got it figured out. Dash, missile. I have, or I could just move over and punch you, which will kill you. I'm a genius, dude. No, I need more action points. Undo! Undo my last move. I've made a mistake. It's alright. He's running scared anyway. It's the tutorial. They wouldn't do you dirty like that. Okay. It's fine. Move me here. I appreciate that. They picked the right guy for the job. I would love to increase my hit damage by 40%, which means on the next room, we should probably just go crazy. We should go like full aggro. Are you a lesser strife? Are you a lesser strife? You're a wretch. Lesser strife! My 2 cents? Get smoked, kid. Mind your steps. Tile effects such as Carcass apply to entities that step on them. Hover over them to know what they do. Inflicts 1 intoxicate. Also makes enemies stronger. Okay, be careful. Oh, you're right. I'm looking for spite. That's strife. What were they thinking? How much damage does a punch do? 30 to 40? That's telekinesis, Kyle. Honestly, I think we simply end our turn. I don't think you can hit me from here. We end our turn because we don't want to give our enemies more action points. If you're just joining us, one of the central conceits of the game is if you take an action, your enemies on the screen all get action points. So if you have a big turn where you spend a lot of action points, every enemy will receive the exact same number. So you have to be very concerned with the way in which you approach this. So I'm going to dash to save 1 AP. Punch you 2 times. Punch you 1 time and kill you. Even better. You can't see me. You're going to have 3 actions, right? 4 actions. They reposition. Can you see me now? You still can't see me. Embarrassing. Do I still have... I do have 40% extra hit damage. Quick, what's 40 to 60 times 1.4? Trick question, it's 70. So on average, we will kill them. We have to be a little cautious though. Move twice. Oh, I can't land it on the empty tile. My mistake. I will move back and end my turn. All right, all right. They're stockpiling. They got 3 bonus AP. We got to set up like a burst turn where we kill them. You have what? You have 3 actions. I end my turn. It will award my enemies with a free action point. Oh, they can see me already. I'm not very smart. For some reason, I thought for sure they couldn't catch me on the diagonal. I was incorrect, though. I went through the corpse and became intoxicated. 25 grief damage on turn start for 2 turns. It's actually, a lot of people don't know this. It's more effective to take damage like that, because then when I use a heal, it'll be more efficient. 1 tile move. I need 2 action points to do a punch. Oh god, I did it again. The tutorial has been very kind to me, and I appreciate that immensely. Maybe it's just because I'm really strong. So for me, I feel like I personally, as a human being, I would only need 1 action point. It would only take 1/8 of my energy to strike a blow with that kind of damage and fortitude. Lesser spite. In its faintest form, hatred is usually associated with specific targets. Even at such low intensities, the repressed wish that something or someone would suffer is easier hidden than cleansed. They're spitting for real. Usually games would be like, okay, that just happened. Instead, they're out here dropping like some real poetry on you. Okay. Check this out. Best move of my life. I'm undetected. I end my turn. You literally don't even know how toasted you are. I drop a fear missile on you. Ruin your life. And then there's a big part of me that says, why don't we just end turn? Oh no! Some enemy skills charge for a number of turns before they're cast. Certain charge skills are targeted on a specific entity. Targeted skills cannot be dodged and are unaffected by line of sight. Prevent a targeted skill from hitting its target by interrupting the caster with a push or disable effect. Well, how long until this goes off? I can't even break line of sight on this? Like I'm gonna get shot in the head. There's no easy way to say it. Let me start with a little 2-tile move here. A forward dash. And then move as far as you can. If line of sight doesn't matter. I remain targeted. I don't know when they go off, but it will happen eventually. I'm dead. Yeah, this guy's mind maze feels a little unfair. You can use a neural onc to reestablish the connection. When your HP reaches 0, you get disconnected. You can use neural onc's special reconsumables to reconnect. On top of a neural onc, reconnecting consumes an increasing amount of awareness. Awareness is a special resource you acquire by destroying enemies. You've exceptionally been granted a lot of it. I appreciate that, sure. Sure, I'll use a neural resurrector here. That was a, like, guaranteed loss, okay? That was like a tutorial scripted loss. Reconnecting resets your enemy's action points. Finish them off before they disconnect you again. Listen, you know it. I know it. Don't be glib. Get smoked on. Drop a little heal on myself. What are you going to do? It takes you reject. You placed a bear trap. I thought they were going to walk into it. I'm going to move over to you and punch you in the head till you die. All undesirables eliminated. Good work, Mastermind. All you had to do was come back to life once. Transposition successful. I want to get some more like billiards elements too. I want to be like using telekinesis to push an entity into an entity that does a chain reaction which explodes into like all the enemies. I'm ready for it. I also hit level 2. So we have AoE, damage, debuff, cooldown. Understandable. You must choose more rewards. I am tolerated, or I'm unwelcome but soon to be tolerated. All I need to do is 30 times more work than I've already done. By successfully transposing your patient, you've earned reputation. Increasing your reputation grants multiple perks and is required to travel further. Godspeed. I do keep unselecting it. Pretty close call, this one. Failing is fine. Patients know what they're getting into. Transposition success rate used to be pretty low until you came around. You've earned some reputation here in Dumpstead. We won't be able to travel further until you're at least tolerated. 4 new items, 1 learning point. Morning, morning, morning! You're too excited to be living on a boat in the Cleveland River. To be honest, I would expect a more cynical, sort of jaded good morning. Like something like that. Like a good morning, and then I reply, it's 1 p.m. And then you say, like, time is relative in this dump, or something like that. They've got a river in Cleveland? Yeah, it's the one that catches on fire. Lots. You've got some new synapses we can improve your skills with. And I might have gotten the mind tree up and running again. Let's just hope it didn't get raided by the mind goblin. Brings you back, huh? Each corner of the mind tree is associated with a different combat style, but feel free to mix them together. Don't worry too much about choosing your path. You can always use a few ponder shards to change your mind later on. Okay? The mind tree. Plus 20 health. Or plus 5% affliction damage dealt, plus 10 health. Plus 80 discipline. Or extra damage on ranged hit damage dealt. We did learn birth, which is good. It unlocks the ability to learn, evolve, and alter the world around you. Let's go with wit. Range damage, a little extra discipline. I will confirm on that one. Wit has unlocked the ability to learn discretion. Discretion, very important with wit, I imagine. And loneliness, 6% hit damage when isolated. Discretion, 20%. Wow! We out here, man. Okay, take me back to the Neural Forge. Synapses aren't lost when used to compose skills. Click an existing skill to swap or disassemble the skill to reuse its components. I understand, okay? So we might want to spend some time cooking here. We got an AoE. If we could get enemies to rush us and then follow it up with like an AoE high damage attack, that'd be pretty cool. Dash is helpful. I don't think we need a heal. I would like to deconstruct this Andy right here. I've decided to take you out. Instead... Oh, it's because it's in... Okay, I see. Let me think about this. So if we don't need a heal, you're in use. Ranged heal, not necessary. Adjacent heal, not necessary. I'm taking the heal away without realizing that at the same time, it's just going to make like I could either have a ranged heal or an adjacent heal or a heal with a casting range of 0. I guess I'd rather have a casting range of 0 on it unless I wanted to heal some enemies. I'm trying to cook some cool stuff, but I'm not sure if I'm ready yet. Decreases. So we can make enemies weak. Me, when I'm in the Synapse shop, what do you think? I sold them all? That's pretty true. Here's my thinking right now. I want a 0 cooldown dash, or a 1 cooldown dash. So, and it's got a casting range of 4. What is that on right now? Doesn't matter. Pull it out here. If you heal the spite, maybe it becomes mild enjoyment. That's one way to think about it. Hang on. Once we cook this, we're going to put the whole system on trial. That one is already on your dash. So I was really just trying to make the exact same skill I already have, huh? Of course, I could just make... What they probably want me to do is you get an AoE. You know what? AoE strike seems better than the debuff. Give me an AoE strike that has a cooldown of 1. Then if we get surrounded by multiple enemies, we have a pain ripple. I wonder how they come up with the names. It's like the effect type is the name, and then I don't know. It seems complicated. Too complicated for me to reverse engineer it. At least, while talking. I need a pen and a pad. What you think, I sold them all? Skill is already equipped. Fantastic. Okay, take me back to patience. Abscise their lesser regret. Changes your auto attack. Disturbing gloves. Sharpen. Increases hit damage. Okay, so you could buff yourself and increase your hit damage or buff your allies. Burns 2 AP for 3 turns. And it costs as much as we let it cost. Changes your auto attack too. Increases shield. Increases hit damage resistance. Okay, so you're like our support character. I have a feeling that you're going to become the next member of our party. That's all I'm saying. Weighted gloves. Increases affliction damage. Inflicts fragile eyes, dealing pain damage every time the target takes damage for 3 turns. I like this. I'd like a buff to our damage over time. Noah Douglas, you are not the weakest link. Plus, he's got a sick hat. Do you see what I see? Ready to dive a little deeper? Exploring your patient's subconscious grants you insight, more data, more rewards. It's uncharted territory, though. Exploring the mind is pretty dangerous. If you feel like their request is at risk, get back to the waymarked route. Exploring the patient's subconscious can grant you the best rewards. Well, send me into the subconscious, brother. I'm ready to go. I would love to. Obsession pod. Spawns enemies. Okay, I see the problem here. Whenever you explore, patient instability permanently increases by 1 and cannot be lowered. The patient's subconscious has bred unstable memories. Preserve them quickly as they collapse after a few turns, generating instability. Okay, understandable. Have a good day. First thing we do, very simple. Move for 2. Use telekinesis, Kyle, to blow you up. It gives us even more AP. Move for 3. How much does dash cost? Cost 2. Oh, okay. Move for 2 and then pass turn. They're brooding. They're about to send some more enemies down Main Street. We'd love to hit a pain missile on that laddie from afar, but first, preserve. On interact, fades away after 3 turns, causing instability. Lowers instability when preserved. Increases it when destroyed, drops a valuable memory item. We have looted a fading memory. Pixar could never. They wish. Okay, we move. Real G's move silent like lasagna. We move for 3. And then the greatest pain missile ever released. Oh! What can I say? That gave us some extra AP as well that I can't do much with, except, oh, no, well, you know, I don't really care. They only seem to really get 1 action point, basically, because they only take 1 action. But that being said, I would rather not move through a corpse if possible. So why don't you, like, I'm going to have to move through the corpse because it must be done. Unless I want to break this way. What do you do? On allies, deals 5% of max HP and costs a little extra. See if I care, buddy. Okay, you're spawning some enemies. I don't like how they're saying intoxicate as if it's a bad thing. We're going to move over here. We're going to drop our pain ripple. I honestly thought it would hit you. That's my bad. We did get 1 AP in return. We move. We punch. We punch. We have 1 action point remaining. We pass turn. You still got 2 left, too. 81 damage. I'm not sweating that. 29 damage. I'm not sweating that. You have 60 HP. We punch you. We have to secure the kill. We'll use a fear missile to do so. I can't dash. Oh, okay, end turn. I got a great idea. End turn. That gives us our dash. What the heck? They've permanently altered the arena? I'd like to move a little closer, but not much. That's as much as I'm willing to move right now. I end my turn. Ideally, what the heck? You're leaping. Okay, I'd like to move 1 forward, block your move, drop a pain missile on you, and I own this room. Okay. This is easy. I would gain 35% of my max HP immediately. Okay, now move me to the next room. I'm ready. The deeper you explore, the more insight you'll earn. This is the deepest I can currently get you? Hey, I was starting to cook, man. Exploring first will increase the chance of the boss dropping rewards, but also make the encounter more difficult through instability. Okay, enter the boss room. It's just like Isaac. I know all about this. Lord of the Flies. Lesser regret. I regret. After Taco Tuesday, I should have been the guy on the back of the moped. That's where the joke took like an extra couple of seconds to percolate. You know what this is? This is a lesser regret. It's from Dumb and Dumber. When Harry says, Lloyd, I can't feel my hands. And he goes, if you can't feel your hands, here's my extra pair of gloves. Mine are getting a little toasty. At times, the immeasurable mass of abandoned thoughts and lost potentials makes itself manifest. Panic ensues. What else could you have been? What splendors have you missed out on? Okay, let's think this one through. You've got 400 HP. I gotta make my headphones a little bigger. I think I'm increasing the headphone dent. My wife showed me a video of streamers revealing their headphone dents. And then she said, can I see your head? And I already knew what was going to happen. Because I have been wearing them a little tight. And I do have... it's not as bad as the ones in the video. But it's definitely there. And it goes away after I don't have my headphones on for a few hours. So it's not permanent yet. It's good to get out in front of it. Now let me think about this, okay? I want to use telekinesis on you to knock it over here. We've already been detected. We need to get to the enlightening memory. We also need to kill you. Takes 5 action points to move here. That's expensive. Telekinesis on the box, which then hits this and hits me, or does this also get pushed? Telekinesis on this, it's out of range because of the box. I think we got to break this with a punch, which to me means I think we should take a turn off, thus not giving our enemies too many action points. Toxic thoughts, hidden rather than dealt with. They're still in here silently rotting and growing. Okay, so you're spawning more enemies. And then you've deformed the enemy to make it stronger. And then you're storing AP. I understand. You've moved close to me, which actually seems great because we can use Pain Ripple to kind of get like a 2-for-1 because it also breaks the box. We're going to have to punch you, but that'll give us 1 AP refunded. Telekinese on you. Out of range? That makes sense. Fear Missile that also explodes the entity anyway and does 118 damage to me because I wasn't thinking about it. Okay, what are we at here? We're at 3 AP. We could dash like 3 tiles away for 2. Or we could just drop a little heal on ourselves. I think you take the heal and end turn. I'm willing to go toe-to-toe with you. I'm willing to play band for band with the lesser regret. How much HP you got? A lot. 67. It's actually not that much. I think this is a 2-punch situation. Oh. That sucks. Apparently it's a 3-punch situation. Unfortunately. Oh, and some enemies like Rots burst on death. I should have known, man! Try not to destroy them around memories. We must escape. Pass turn. Okay, they've made another big enemy. I feel like if this guy didn't chase me, I would probably lose. Because he's chasing me, I will merely probably lose. Move me 1. Move me 2. Hit him with the pain ripple. Skill must be cast on yourself. That makes sense. Hit him with a pain missile. We have a room for 1 punch, or we could telekinese this fool up to 5 tiles away. But enemies will heal if they go into this. That's why you always check your hexes, boys. I punched you so far, you ran away. Infinite cools. Okay. Alright, we got something to deal with here. I understand. It's my turn again. I continue to take intoxicate damage. I'm also trapped. That's unfortunate. Move me 1. They all get 1 action point. That stinks. Get destroyed. Move me again. I gotta deal with these fools. Just the way of the world. If I walk through this, I take 5% of my max HP. I'm gonna choose to pass turn on that one. Get my cooldown better. I'm not even gonna say it, man. I'm getting a little frightened by the amount of intoxication here. This is not an intergalactic kegger. Taking 71 damage per turn. Get destroyed. Not telekinesis. Right? I forgot. I should have hit you with a ranged attack. It's okay. We're going to tank the damage on purpose. In order to get out in front of this one. Now, any chance I could hit you with like a pain missile? No such luck? Okay, then we drop a heal on ourselves and pass turn. Created another foe. And I'm not talking about a noodle soup, people. I am not talking about a noodle soup. Unfortunately, line of sight affects us as well. We'll drop one of these on you. You're thankfully dead. You're invulnerable. A punch will not kill you, ergo I'm going to let you come to me. All right. I guess I'll stay in the same place. My reaction when I'm in a hallway. A charge skill will hit all positions marked in red after a set number of turns. Look for safe spots to avoid their devastating effects. Well, maybe I will move out of the hallway then. Even though I don't have a dash. I'd probably rather not be standing inside of the attack. Unless, hang on. How about a little pain ripple? How about a little punch to make sure you're dead? Intoxicate me yet again. And honestly, I don't know. You're just gonna attack here. I feel like it's our moment to get in your face so we can have a bigger turn next turn. Okay, he said I got one more in me. It's all right. We have to kill you this turn. I think it's... Well, that makes it harder. Or does it? It's time to go billiards mode. Telekinesis. I thought it would knock you into the lesser regret. So I'll take responsibility for that one. Maybe a little presumptuous of me. You know what? I'm going to punch you. I understand you're going to have an AoE explosion. I'm not able to kill you this turn. Ergo, I pass turn. Please don't spawn another unit. How dare you? And you smacked me. I mean, you're on the verge of midnight here. You're on the edge of glory. All I need to do is move once, not die, AoE attack, get punched on. And we got extra loot. Look at that. It's not hard if you know what you're doing. Undesirable neural activity has ceased. Nice job pulling you back now. Next time we should rush the boss so that he doesn't have a chance to get his econ set up. +1 patient reward. 10 knowledge shards. Captured memories. 200 coins. You have gained a toxin regulator and pentacycling. AP cost 5, cooldown 3, but it gets a 20% power bonus. Now we're talking. We got a little bit more of the modification going on here, so we can create like an attack that does more damage but can be used less frequently. I understand. And I must choose 2 of these. I don't feel like I want gloves. Although, I guess AP costs 2. It's 30 to 40 grief damage. What does my current punch do? Anyway, it does 30 to 40 any damage, right? Like it's neutral damage, pure damage. Any Dungeons and Dragons fans out here that can help me out? Null type damage. Increases affliction damage. Inflicts fragilize. True damage, thank you. True damage. I didn't know. Pure damage is probably damage that ignores armor. Is that correct? And true damage is damage that is human type. Pure damage is a Dota thing. Isn't Dota a Dungeons and Dragons thing? You got little miniature goblins and stuff running around. Affliction damage. I don't really want to use this effect, though. I don't really want to buff my damage by 15% on this one Andy. I would love to inflict some fragilize. And then I would love to have weighted gloves. Let's do it. This feels so much better. That's it! I put my life on the line, bro. I almost had my neurons severed. He said, yum, feels good, thanks. Okay, open the equipment menu. By the way, good time to remind you, this is Wantless. Solace at World's End. It came out on Steam today. It is a tactics game in a cyberpunk future, I'm assuming. Grid-based combat, and the real meat and potatoes, 2 different, I'm going to call them gimmicks, but I don't mean it as a pejorative. 2 different gimmicks. One is, every time you use action points, all of your enemies get action points. Imagine if in XCOM, every time you used run and gun on your assault, 6 sectoids all of a sudden went yum, yum, yum. Now I can move, 22 tiles instead of 11 tiles and still light you up hitting on a 3% chance. And then also, you can create your own abilities using lootables that you find. One aspect of the lootables is the range, one aspect is the cooldown, one aspect is the effect. By combining these with the mathematical calculations, you can create essentially innumerable amounts of possible attack types. Powers, buffs, debuffs, damage dealing stuff, you get the idea. Homegrown Simpson stuff. Check it out for yourself, ! Wantless, and thank you again to Twin Sales for the sponsorship. It's a very interesting game. You can see a lot of inspirations in its design, and yet it puts an interesting twist on it itself for sure. I've definitely never seen a tactics game where it's like, sometimes you take a turn where you're just like, I don't want to do anything because they're going to get more out of it than I do. I would love to wear weighted gloves, by the way. And you know what? We might as well take the McDonald's Sprite with us. Take me to the mind tree. More damage when invisible, or more damage when iso... I didn't mean to click on that. Revert. 20 health, I sleep. Plus 80 discipline. What do you got down here? Discipline allows us to equip more / better skills. But I'm kind of a passive Andy. Like, this is all lonely stuff. Like, if you just play as one character, which seems great. And this is like stealthy stuff, which is not necessarily my... It's not my strong suit. I'll take a 6% flat damage increase when alone, okay? And then we go again, not to the equipment menu though. Oh, hang on, take me to the Neural Forge, because we just got some new stuff. Realistically, what skills do I not really use? It's like I don't do well with any of them. So I would like to... The dash is important. Telekinesis seems the least valuable for me. Effect order matters. Pushing and damaging isn't the same as damaging and pushing. So true. trying to unequip a little bit here. Like, take me to skills. Why don't you unequip telekinesis? Move everything over one. That was satisfying. And we'll start small here, okay? Do I like, oh, disassemble. I will disassemble telekinesis. We can always remake it, right? I hope. So we had repel. Pushes the target away up to 5 tiles. What do they mean by that? Pushing and damaging is not the same as damaging and then pushing. Pushing, I guess there's situations where that, like you would, the order matters because you would rather like apply a debuff to an enemy, like a vulnerable style debuff, and then do the damage as opposed to doing the damage and then applying the debuff. Yeah. Okay. If the guy explodes before you shove it, that's bad. Oh, that makes way more sense. Pushes the target. Let's see what we got. We got adjacent. So 1 tile away. What could we do? We could decrease an enemy's hit damage. I think that this, what we want to do. Why do we only get 2 Andys on that? Oh, because it only has 2 effect slots. 2, 2. Okay, we can't get that creative because we only got like 2 spaces and we have to use 1 from each pile. I think we would love to have an adjacent fragilize ability that makes an enemy take more damage every time they take damage. And then AP cost 2, cooldown 1. That seems amazing. Cooldown 0. AP cost 2, cooldown 0. Every turn I'm smacking you with a debuff that stacks, then every time I hit you, it's doing like an extra punch worth of damage. Nobody's... And I could put another thing on it too, sorry, because these are called effect slots. I could do it, and then I could push you away. But it might not be great to push you away, but on the other hand, you will then take 10 to 14 damage off of the push. It's an interesting idea. Snapping shock. Dash in target direction. Blunt. Decrease. I don't really want to hit them with a super debuff. They'll waste their AP getting back to you. You're so right. You're so right. Snapping repelling shock. Look at this. Snapping repelling shock. Look at we created our own backpack battles effect. Inflicts fragilized 10 to 14 pain damage every time the target takes damage for 3 turns. Pushes the target away up to 5 tiles, dealing minuscule pure damage. Throw that bad boy on the... But you put that in the number 2 slot, honestly. Okay. Back to hub. Back to formula. I would like to transpose some more patience. Let me see if we got anything that would take that to the next level. They got rarities in this? 46 to 69 grief damage plus 9% damage on targets affected by hyper empathy. 3% damage per target hit beyond 1. Tetra recurrence. Minus 6% discipline cost if used with Fortify. McDonald's Sprite. What do you got, Benjamin Holloway? No rares. No rares. It's a sad story. Twin 1. Okay, so it works in a line. Pulls the target closer up to 6 tiles, dealing minuscule pure damage. Dude, because I'm thinking, you know what you do? You can get a little like Aikido going on here. You could, an enemy's far away, you pull them closer, hit them with the 0 cooldown debuff that then pushes them further away, or you pull them closer, beat on them, and then, or what about just having it on the, you debuff them, so every time they take damage, they take more damage, and then you got an ability that's a push and a pull. So you go, get over here, never mind, get away from me. Holy. I'm thinking too hard, I think. Or how about an 8 cost 2 cooldown, power bonus plus 55%. Diagonal, sanity chip, me when I'm craving Doritos. And Gust clears all tile effects in an area. I gotta be honest with you, that seems incredible. To have like a 0 cooldown gust, or a 1 cooldown gust, so I could actually move through spaces that are afflicted by bad impulses. It's a little less cool, but seems way more useful. I'm going to begin your transposition. This game is cooking, man. There's myriad possibilities. Meanwhile, when I play a Souls game, I'm literally like, give me a big sword. I'll just press circle when the enemy attacks. Obviously, we're going to explore here. I want the loot. What the heck? Sour. Every undue sympathy has a cost. Every unmeant smile leaves a mark. These are Tool lyrics. Destroying enemies fills your awareness gauge. When it reaches 100%, you gain an awareness point. Awareness allows you to awaken your skills and come back to life. Awakened skills have improved effects. Click on the awareness icon to awaken your next skill cast. Bad thoughts corrupt and empower the patient's mind with powerful auras. You can destroy them through damage or interacting. What happens when you awaken something? I'm going to assume it does more damage. It does more damage. It has a greater effect. Maybe is a better way to describe it. Let me be reminded of this. Inflicts fragilize and then pushes you away. I don't really want to get concealed if possible, or break concealment yet if possible. To me, it makes sense. I have the greatest move of all time. I'm going to move here. Then I am going to... I can only use up to 4 action points. Okay. I'm going to dash here. I'm going to pass my turn. You weren't supposed to move. Just being straight up with you. We should engage in a little bit of stealthery. I can take 5 actions and move over here and maybe access this memory for loot before I get unconcealed. What happens when I touch this? Restores 4 action points. Doesn't... Oh no! It broke my concealment! What the frick? It's alright. We'll drop a fear missile on you. I don't want you to spawn anything, okay? Now you, Sour. I don't know what you do. That's the scary part. I gotta get over here and stop you from doing something. That's probably the most important. In my opinion. That would take 6, would leave us with 1 action point. That's not great. Or is it? Fine. 5? I kick you, you explode into that. I don't know. I gotta figure out what to do. I mean, I don't really want you to be around here. It's a hit damage up aura. Whatever, I'll deal with you later, brother. I'm not sweating you right now. I think I'm gonna move 3 and hold here. Thank you for moving over to me. Now it's time to test our new ability. Well, I gotta kill you too. Plant. What the heck is plant? The heck is plant, brother? You put a landmine on the ground. Deals 200 damage? The worst part is you're gonna explode and deal damage to me. Holy. Maybe this will blow up and not hurt me. You ever consider that? It hurt me. It didn't do any damage to the mine. I thought that was basically guaranteed. So we could wait for... Oh, we don't even need to wait for a dash. We could just dash the frick out, samurai. At least we only hit one of them. Restores 25%. Okay. It would be nice to kill you, though. 1 move and then a snapping, repelling shot is not going to do it. Thank you for your heal. I have 4 action points that remain. 1 to move. 2 to fragilize and then push you a little bit. That also hurts you. And then 1 to save. I don't think it's one of those games where you expect not to get hit. Not me, at least. Okay, they've surrounded me with landmines. But that... Oh! They got pushability, bro! Okay. I mean, there's myriad things you could do here. Certainly. I don't know if that's one of them. It doesn't blow up the mine, which is crazy. It would be nice if you died, though. It'd be nice if it blew up the mine. It'd be nice if it didn't hurt me, too. We're kind of owned? I'm not owned. I'm just like... I mean, the enemy's got hands. What can I say? It's pretty easy for us to just kill you. You could even get an awareness point and then drop something like this, pick up 2 KOs. That makes sense. I'm still aware. Healing also makes sense. Is this going to be the stream where he just says myriad a bunch? Listen. Watch this. It blew up the mine. He's a genius. Myriad's just a good word. Most people don't use it ever. So when you see a real dude like me use it like 6 times, you're like, why are you saying it so much? It's like the same situation. You're like, I haven't ever seen anybody use snapping, repelling shock. Well, get used to it. You're going to see a lot of one-on-ones here, okay? Because we're doing unique stuff. I wouldn't stand there if I were you. Myriad is good. I'm a big cornucopia guy myself. Okay, well, listen, brother. We're not the same. Don't compare us. I wouldn't be caught dead saying cornucopia. Myriad, that's in a different ballpark, okay? I think I literally stand still. I give you 1 action point. You do whatever you got to do. I'm going to get a dash, and I'm going to get out of here. I'm no longer isolated. Oh, isolated didn't mean what I thought it meant. Either way, 40 to 60 pain damage. That's enough to ice you, right? Room complete. Look at that. What's a press? Deals fear damage. Your hit damage inflicts intoxicate. I think we have a great situation here. Healing would be nice, but we have a heal. Hit damage inflicts intoxicate is crazy because that would stack with our thing that makes enemies take extra damage every time they take damage. He's right, you know. Now, should we explore or should we go back to the waymarked routes? Get cleansed. Looted dull ankh. I mean, you gotta explore for more loot, right? Move for 3. We gotta just kill the spawners. You also give a Thorns aura. Okay. Manifold. Now, manifold, that's a heck of a word. I'll give you some respect for manifold. I have ruined my concealment, but I think I've done good work. How about a fear missile? I love that for me. I receive more action points. Their action points don't matter. On interact restores 4 AP. Oh, that's good to have, but we got to get ourselves over here first. How far can I move? How far can I move? I can move 3 tiles. In that case, move me 3 tiles. Manifold's a great word because I think it can mean something that is in a filing cabinet. It can also mean something that's in a car, and it can also mean a quantity of something. In an ironic twist of fate, manifold has manifold meaning. Does that make sense? That might be an SAT word I don't fully understand. Like, I want to move here. And then I want to drop some AoE pain on you. I have 4 action points that remain. I would rather you didn't explode and hit me in the face, but what do I know? 2 moves, you got 1 HP. I think I move here, and then I hit you with a push. And I put the whole system on trial. I got an achievement unlocked! 7 kills in a single turn? I'm dormant, though. I went to sleep. Bro said it's his day off. Still, though, that was kind of slick with it. Now, obviously, you gotta go, and you gotta go. I think it's easy enough. We move you here. Blow you up with a missile. That would leave us 2 spaces. You have 35 HP. I don't think it would kill you. 35 HP, but you know what would kill you is a freaking pain ripple, bro. That only costs 2. Move me over here. Take a little pain ripple and call me in the morning. It didn't kill you, but you're going to die to intoxicate damage. You're going to die to intoxicate damage. Okay, now you can act 20 times. It is what it is. We're intoxicated. Big whoop. It's not the first time. Probably won't be the last. You're not spawning anything this turn because you spawned something last turn. So I hit you with one of these. I send you distant. You know what, though? I should have punched you first so that you got the infection damage, and then as you walked back, you would have taken a whole bunch of damage in the process. I think this turn, we heal and pass. It took you 5 just to get over here. It's embarrassing. You're going to spawn something this turn. I would rather you didn't, but also I don't think we're sweating it too much. I think what you do is we punch you. I've learned my lesson. I didn't expect that to kill you. I have not learned my lesson. You're leaping here, move here into the breach style, interrupt your action. But with 6 action points, I probably should just try to kill you, but that requires me to move back to the space I was just on, which is very embarrassing for me. Okay, at least we can kill you. And then waste your time. Pass turn. They did swell 20 times getting over here, but I think they're still cooked. You give them a punch. Then, even though this will swell you, maybe we just kill you. We give you everything the body needs. Skill must be cast on yourself, of course. I knew that. One more punch. You're dead. Your hit damage inflicts hyper empathy for 5 turns. What am I, Bo Burnham, releasing Inside on a world scarred by the pandemic? I should have chose different words. Releasing Inside was not the phrasing I was looking for there. Gain haste for 5 turns. Gain unyielding and tenacious. Hyper empathy. Affliction deals fear damage whenever the caster takes health damage. Whenever I take damage, they take damage. Whenever they take damage, they take 10 to 14 more damage as a result of that. We go again. Now, we can't go further. Maybe we could. I feel like I shouldn't go further. I feel like we got to go back to the waymarked route. Pick up the ghost? Oh, yeah. My bad. I got overwhelmed, okay? Now, we know you got to go first. Dash me. Move me. I'm auto-detected. Then, get sent. You do explode on me, and I do take a lot of damage as a result of that. I will pass my turn. I gotta drop a heal on myself, man. Intoxicating me only makes me stronger because of the fact that I'm on hit, I inflict hyper empathy. That being said, I am almost dead. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna awaken our healing ability. Still gonna hurt a great deal. I'm going to give you a little push. I destroyed a memory, thus creating more instability. I didn't know it was gonna go down like that, bro. Now I've hit you. You must have hyper empathy, right? You don't have hyper empathy? I hit him! I hit him! Maybe it's only with my auto attack? Me, the guy that's being operated on right now, my postal code. You need my postal code? I know my postal code. I knew it this morning. Meanwhile, in my head, my subconscious just fighting demons nonstop. Remember that time when you graduated from high school on the last day on the school bus, the bus driver said, have fun in university, and you said, you too? And then they closed the door in your face? That was the last time you ever spoke with your high school bus driver? I end my turn. If you intoxicate me, I'll become more powerful than you could ever imagine. Me at Oktoberfest. Now, I think I gotta give you a little bit of this. We're gonna hit you with a Fragile Eyes. Then we're gonna ruin your life. I'm gonna spend 2 AP. Am I gonna spend 2 AP? Yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna spend 3 AP. Because I am going to hide. I gotta kill you though. How much health do you have? 50. If I walk forward, do this attack, 40 to 60 pain damage. Never tell me the odds. Especially what it did 6 damage. I can punch you. You'll probably die to... they brought a unit back to life or something. You'll probably die to the hyper empathy damage when I take intoxicate damage, but you get to do something in the meantime. Bro, I'm freaking... He's drunk, dude. And it's like 3 turns till our heal comes back. I'm on 6 life. And I can't heal. I'm going to die. Move 1. We got to get on him, though. We'll have to use an Ankh to come back to life. But that's the price you pay in this business. Those are table stakes. Where do I want to die? I guess right there. You have hyper empathy right now, right? So, like, when you hit me, you're going to take a bunch of damage as well. He teleported past me. Hello. I need to use a dull Ankh. Little embarrassed with myself that I need to use a dull Ankh, but now you're impervious. I'm going to assume that means you can't take damage. You do have like the universal video game sign for I can't take damage. Now I'm on the other side of the map. I choose to block your leap. Any chance this would push you? Nope. Alright, in that case, I pass turn. Get fizzled on, bro. It literally went tong. It was the metal rod sound. Now, you must perish. Like the last name of Robin Williams in the movie Jumanji. I'm going to reposition myself over here so I can kill you as well. But I think I'm going to have to use another dull Ankh to come back to life, honestly. I never should have allowed such instability to fester. Summoned Wretch. Summoned Wretch. Well. Summoned Wretch. 1 AP to kill you and not get damaged myself. Kind of slick with it. How about a little Pain Ripple followed by a punch, which does inflict some damage on us, but also gives us another AP. We drop a heal on ourselves. We're not sweating too much yet. And then just kill the boss. You survived the imperviousness. Now just go kill the boss. It does sting though. Okay, that does a lot of damage. Using Onks costs 1 extra awareness. Well, luckily, I have 1 extra awareness. Oh, don't do that. My turn. I lived! I lived! We have to dash. I do want to use a neural Ankh. Thank you very much for asking. And then I will move. And move. And then I need to hit you for 229 damage. I gotta be honest with you. That's a little tough. That's a little unexpected. Should put the silencer on it. Hitman style. I'm trying to think. I think we might have to restart the mission. I'm lucky I didn't play on Iron Man. We should quick punch real quick and then pass my turn. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. They chose not to kill me. This has to be like because of the difficulty setting we're on or something. I am well within my rights to kill you right now. By the way, can somebody explain to me why I'm so bad at doing damage? Why does 40 to 60 pain damage manifest as 18 to 27 pain damage? It's because they're swollen. Do they have resistance to pain? It looks like maybe 10% resistance to pain. Let's take a look. 10% pain resistance. Increases all damage and all... Oh my god, because they got so many stacks, bro! So there's no point in attacking you. We just got to do 257 damage to you. We're gonna die! Get me out of here. I think there's no doubt I'm gonna die again on this turn. I shouldn't have been so ambitious about helping this man face his demons. We've been killed yet again. I don't think I can. I've got to end the operation here. I'd like to apologize. I think the lights were brighter than I expected. Should transposition fail, you still get to keep items, but you lose the patient rewards. You can even abandon one. Well, I wish that's some information that would have been useful yesterday. Why can't you help me? Whatever. Honestly, I imagine if you're a therapist, sometimes people come in and you're like, buddy, you're at the wrong therapist. I'm like for mild discontent. You are undergoing a crisis right now. You did the wrong Google search. You were the person we did not want to click the ad that showed up at the top of the search results. You need to go to the hospital. That's basically what happened to him. Oh no, they're gonna take me to the hospital to be like, you made a big mistake. Mind tree! More damage. So this is like I'm speccing into being a ranged Andy. I am kind of a ranged Andy on initiate, I guess. Courage, 20 health. Patience, discipline. Sure. Restore 1 AP when killing an enemy isolated. I don't think my skills are bad, by the way. I think I just made a mistake. Unique patients with stories of their own. I think I just shouldn't have been so ambitious. I'm finally here. Am I thrilled? When I heard word that your ambulant lab was docked in Dumpstead, I rushed out of my little shack in Vizirkt. Didn't even pack. Don't you worry about me. I'm okay, better. I'm great. This isn't much of an emergency, really. I'm not in any measurable amount of pain. I lead a decent, peaceful life. Still, lead me into slumber. Why? This is me talking to Audible every night before bed. What is happiness if not the state where nothing more is strived for, where all desires have been fulfilled? So true. How happy is the blameless vessel's lot? The world forgetting by the world forgot, eternal sunshine of the spotless mind, each prayer accepted, each wish resigned. He'd be quoting Alexander Pope / Charlie Kaufman for real. You get a ponder shard. Well, I'm going to do it anyway. Abandon robe? You gain abandon, gaining resistance for every unspent AP, and a flesh rod totem. No jokes about that, please. But look at this, man. Totem cast Flesh Bond, taking 25% damage in your stead. Okay. Of course we begin transposition. It's a great time to remind you, ! Wantless came out on Steam today. A very unique cyberpunk tactics game. A couple of interesting spins on the genre. Homebrewing your own skills from modular components that you get by doing excursions. So your run could be like completely unique versus anybody else's. And there's a cost to your action points. And I'm not talking about action points. The cost is when you spend an action point, all your enemies get an action point. It's like that classic Twitter would you rather. It's like, if there was a button that when you pressed it gave you $1 million, but it gave your worst enemy $1 billion, would you press it? And then everyone thinks they're clever. They're like, yo, I press it and I get $1.001 billion. Okay, congratulations. You understand the metric system. Anyway, thank you again to Twin Sales for sponsoring the segment. ! Wantless. Check it out for yourself. Hey, Morel, are you really sure about this? It's a one-way ticket. What is there to even consider? After you're done, the very concepts of worry and doubt will be gone. I literally cannot regret this. Those who seek to be transposed into wantlessness are usually in great pain. Do you think people cling to this way of life because they've thought it through? The only reason you're still here is fear of change, habit. Shouldn't you know that as a transposer? Ready when you are. All right. We should mess this guy's whole life up. Just get around there. Take some memories from his childhood and put them into like college. Take some memories from college, put it into old age. Switch his phone number with like his neighbor's phone number when he was in the 3rd grade. Something in this maze feels off. Uh-oh. I'm all alone. Homegrown Simpson stuff. So true. It is crazy. I'm not going to say it. The timing is so good, man. Why do I still remember my friend's phone number from when I was like a little kid? But like, I've been living in this house for almost 5 months, and I still have to like come up with a mnemonic in order to remember the postal code. Well, this seems bad. Infirm spirits draw each other, burning moths to dying flames. Abandoned. Beyond regret lies a silent, unending expanse. At this final stop, suffering turns quiet. Beauty and horror become indistinguishable. To the psyche, it's akin to entropy. I thought they were telling me to leave the battle. Okay, it's my turn. No advice for this one, huh? Tutorial? Okay. Heartbreak feels good in a place like this. You know what? Truer words have never been spoken. I think if we're going to have a chance against you, we got to rush you. We got to drop a snapping, repelling shock on you that at least debuffs you. That seems bad. Spread the void. Okay, now, move me a little closer. Please tell me you do have a fragilized debuff. I would like to hit you with another fragilize. We should hit you with 1 per turn. Maybe not. Then, little pain ripple. Get smoked on. We have 2 AP remaining. Do some grief damage because it's damage over time. Okay, 2 hits. I'm not sweating it. You should see the other guy. From nothingness. It tells you to take things slowly and you rush 6 AP to the boss. I can't hit the boss unless I'm 1 to 2 tiles away. If I just stand there, they're banking 1 free AP per turn. Okay, that's a huge hit. I move 2. Are you fragilized? Are you taking damage from Fragili? Must be Italian. It does say resist, but I think they're resisting the move. They're not resisting the Fragili. So we move 2. Maybe I'm wrong. Either way, take the grief damage. Take the even more grief damage. They are taking fragile damage. This is why you gotta march to the beat of your own drum. Okay, targeted, all we can do is interrupt. Pain ripple. I got 6. I think we gotta do add the fragilize. Pain ripple. Now you make a bet. Is the bet that this is going to kill you in 1 shot? I'm going to say yes. So let me get an awakened heal on this. It may still kill me in 1 shot. It didn't. It just pushed me back really far and annoyed me. All right, it's not so bad though. I'm glad I healed. Move me. I think, honestly, you know, we can agree to disagree on this. As is often the case, I think the audience is all wrong here. I think our best move is to rush in and deal as much damage as possible because they get better economy of action from us taking our time moving up because they have ranged attacks. The heck, I gotta kill all 4 of these? Many charge skills have their AoE broken by line of sight. Hide behind obstacles to avoid this one. Okay. In that case, I will use 6 to move here and then pass turn. And some memories. Memories. Clears 3 stacks of darkness. The heck is darkness? 1 move. Send you 5 tiles down Main Street. I was kind of hoping you would land that, but I understand that it's just mathematics. I'm going to take a diagonal dash. Never mind, it's on cooldown. I'm going to move 2 spaces. Hit you with a ranged attack. Move 2 more. I'm not worried about giving this lad action points. We got to kill his soulbound units ASAP. Okay, these lads, annoying, but still. You know, they have 1 HP, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm a genius. I've been inflicted with darkness. On the other hand, I did kill 2 units, which is extremely sick. What the heck is darkness? Irreversibly disconnects you at 10 stacks. Okay, no sweat. I'm a simple man, and I'm kind of a smart guy. I don't really want to stand there, though. I want to stand here. I'm going to move here. That's the dash costs the same as just moving. So I'm going to move. You move in front of me. I'm going to kick you into this guy next turn. Then I'm going to go to town on the red tree. Stop pushing me into the darkness! How many stacks of this I got now? 2 stacks. Holy cow. Welt. You gotta get killed. Activate my healing ability. I will not die here. I would like to move here so you can't push me that far back, because this thing's gonna block me from being moved much further. Still hurt a lot, though. That's fine. We live. Place some darkness on me, see if I care. Okay, 6 stacks. That's a lot. Costs 2 to move there. Might as well just come up here. I think we just go to town on you. Drop a little pain ripple. Send in some grief damage. Send in some grief damage. Pass turn. That's a problem. I have a feeling I will be coming back to life. Move up 1. Knock him. Little fear missile right here. Not bad. You're going to explode and do a bunch of damage. I think I'm okay with that. Okay with killing you, that is. Alright, kill me so I can come back to life and kill you. Memories of Humanity. Allies adds 1 darkness stack. No, thank you, Satan. 1 move. Pain ripple. Grief damage. Grief damage. Kill me so I can come back and kill you. Oh my god, if I could just kill you this turn. You got 142 HP. I could also hide, but then it's going to take me like all my action points to move back in and kill you. Hang on. I think we got this, man. 40 to 60. 30 to 40, 40 to 60. 40 to 60. Almost healed you. 40 to 60 damage. Run away. I guess I should have just committed, huh? Sorry, I'm back. I'm not spending 6 action points to get there. I'm sorry. It's the sort of thing that's not going to happen. I need to do 92 damage with 2 attacks. It's not possible. So I've chosen to heal myself. And I'll get you next time. Go ahead, blast me. See if I care. Yeah, you killed me. Once. Big whoop. Sorry, wrong number. What's happening outside? I couldn't reach you. I'm getting you out now. This will hurt. POV, you are a dentist who can understand what teeth say when they talk. You're like the Dr. Doolittle of dentists. Dentist Doolittle. Of course I'm taking it all. They love me. I'm tolerated within the community. Your reputation in Dumpstead is now tolerated. Put this down now. What's wrong with you? No, what the heck? Wow. What's gotten into him? What happened? He went completely crazy. Stay with him. I'm calling the doctor. She's not a doctor! He's passed. I'm sorry. Can I ask what happened here? He got extremely restless during transposition, up to the point of complete frenzy. I tried to contain him while disconnecting Iris from the maze, unsuccessfully. What's your hypothesis, Doc? This never happened before. Can't say I've ever seen this kind of reaction. Maybe he had a peculiar condition? It's a start. Well, I'll go get him to a nearby freezer. This dude thinks it's like Kirkland's signature man. Thanks for calling. Most people don't these days. Oh, he's truly old. Oh, some things never change. It was not. You only call me when you've got a corpse to do an autopsy on. You only call me when you want my opinion on how someone died so I can say, I don't know, maybe they had a disease. Hey, have you slept? Have I? I'll say it once and leave it up to you. I think we should head to Visert. It's a large hamlet. If we can't find any relatives, maybe someone will have witnessed similar cases. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Pump, something was off with that guy's mind. I saw an abnormal apparition in there. Seemed like it was messing with the maze. Yeah, okay. Insects with human faces, no big deal. Purple tree. I thought weird places and apparitions were fit descriptions for pretty much everything you saw in there. Well, she got me there. She took my line. That guy had to have a very unique condition. He seemed strange from the get-go. That thing might have been the construct of an unusually twisted mind. Guess we'll learn more in Visert. I'll let you know when I'm ready to depart. Okay, but before we leave here, I mean, come on. Oh, never mind. We will leave here. You can set sail to new areas in Ghost Town. Each area gives access to different difficulty tiers and unique patience. To unlock new areas, you must reach the tolerated reputation. To get to Visert, you must sail to Solace. You'll be able to come back here in a few days. All right. 1 day of travel time. Solace. I don't think I've ever stayed here more than a few hours. Me in the Cincinnati airport. Am I right, fellow non-Ohioans? Ohioans? Ohioites? Trip took 1 day. Alter thought will undergo maintenance for 1 day. Higher tier patients will now require your service. Now, we got 1 intelligence point. 1 AP when killing an enemy isolated seems very nice. I can't help but think that I've spec'd into like a tertiary tier though, because there's like all this stuff that I could be getting. It's like I took a... They gave us like a lot of interesting ideas and then said, here's some passive stuff just in case you're boring. And I was like, plus 6% damage when there's nobody around me? It's the greatest perk that's ever been added to a game. That being said, I do want to... I mean, we got the ult in there. I gotta go for it. Mind tree. What do you want from me? I got more learning points? I never confirmed. I did confirm. Oh, we can go here instead. I see. We can still make it through. All right. Watch out for the patience tier. Higher tiers vastly increase difficulty and rewards. I mean, we gotta try. Twisted Dreams. Inflicts oppress. Aerial 1. Sweet coat. Sweet coat, bro. Spoil 1. Decrease applied and received healing by 41%. And weighted gloves. Basically just makes my auto attack better in every capacity. We're going in on Julian Lawrence. But first, I have a coat. You have abandoned. Gaining resistance for every unspent AP. Oh! Looking kind of slick with it, huh? And then we got totems. You've obtained a summon forms synapse. Instead of casting your skill directly, summon forms will summon an AI-controlled ally to cast it for you. Allies play automatically and gain AP as you spend them, just like enemies. Do weighted gloves help your hands sleep better? I'm going to give you a +2. That's a clever joke. That could work in a stand-up special. I don't know if you stole it from like a podcast or something. I wouldn't tell anybody. I would just run with it. It would not? You'd have to put like a little spin on it. You'd be like, you know, I couldn't stop biting my nails, so I bought weighted gloves, but then my hands fell asleep. Maybe it's a little too much sauce. Maybe it's a little too put upon. I mean, we're not in the writer's room here. We're spitballing. We're showing you the different things you can do with it, you know? So I was walking by the glove shop last night. So true. New glove shop. That's a classic. Totem allies do not move and cast their skill in an area around them. Understandable? Understandable. What's your skill? Oh, we don't. We make the skill. Oh. Let's try to cook it for a second here, okay? We have 2 possible effects. Enemies hit by this will have their hit damage decreased. Dash in target direction. I don't think that would work. Repel everything away. It is kind of interesting, the idea to have a totem that repels enemies away from me. I don't know if we have enough to really cook with that yet, though. I have to think about it. I don't think I'm going to make anything. I think I need more synapses, is my 2 cents. Take me with Julian Lawrence. I guess I could give it like the missile that... Oh, what if I could give it pull enemies in and then do an AoE attack around it? Like any enemy that's like up to 4 tiles away, it would get sucked towards it, and then you drop like a pain AoE inside of it. Iris, I'm a little busy right now. You and you both. It's been a while since our last chat. Let's trade. Enar randomly shows up during transposition, offering to trade items for awareness. Okay, what do you got there? Take 75% of my life for 3 awareness. I legally can't do that. Questioning. It's a ponder shard. Obtain 100 knowledge shards or obtain the presented item. Crafted skill is a min cooldown of 1 plus 13 power to life stealing effects. I need my awareness because I need to come back to life. I'm sorry. I wish I could. I need to be smarter. I need to be more tactical. I need to make less mistakes. Dependence. When the self becomes insufficient, incomplete on its own, sorrow is ineluctable. This is a troll doll with cigarettes put out in it. And a broom! All roads lead to sorrow eventually. It transforms and soils the terrain. Sounds like when you get a broom, you need a mop. Naivete. It's the dark side of trust. Emotions often come in pairs, and the boundary between the good and the bad side of that same coin is often a blur. All right. Relieve the patient of 3 dependence. You are dependence. What do you got cooking here? You have extra damage resistance against grief, but not against pain. Explodes and sets all targets dormant. Well, can I say something real quick without people getting mad? What's this do? Takes the patient's attention away from you. I feel like this into this is a great start. You're dormant and soon to be dead. Now with 4 AP, I'm a simple individual. I let you come to me. Uh-oh. They've spread haze and gone invisible. The uh-oh was for the encounter. Unless I left the freezer open again. She's laughing. I must not have. You are on the watch, which means there's invisible enemies. While on the watch, skills can target empty tiles. Hitting an invisible enemy will reveal it. They put Battleship in this game? It's got everything, man. Setting all targets dormant. Okay. Again, I would like to say, I think I remain a simple man. 4 AP to move. Not thrilled. But... Oh! Welly, welly, well. We'll stall on that one. Now what's going on with this tile? Allies have days 1. That doesn't seem great. How about I drop a quick missile on you and kill you? And then you are no longer dormant. Takes 5 to get me over there. I need to do 10 damage. I think this is a great turn for investing. This is not financial advice, though. 1 dependence removed. I choose to end my turn. Dude blew himself up. They didn't move. They never moved. It's my turn. Okay, I think I know what this means. Riz so bad they blanked themselves. We're not going down this road. Okay, I'm not insulting the Banshees of Ed Sheeran. We drop an AoE attack to see if they're around us. Are they only invisible in the haze? I'm scared. Just start there, and if it doesn't hit anything, dash away. The heck is that? Oh, they came back from the dead, bro! Worthless. Summoned. They weren't joking. With the name. We have 8 AP. What is it? You get to move twice? Honestly, go ahead and move twice. Did you see how much resistance we got out of our abandon? Go ahead and move once. Yeah, go ahead. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. Because on this turn, now I have access to dash. We drop a missile on top of your head. It's the easiest game of my life. Gain swiftness. Removing cooldown on your movement skills for 3 turns. Yeah, give me that. Explore deeper? Oh, no. Take me to the waymarked route. Brother, what am I doing in here? Hole. Not all that can be lost can be replaced. When it isn't, it leaves a gap. Sheer nothingness at first. Later, anthropomorphic mushroom holding a sword. We've all been there. So I can dash at my leisure. What do you got? 90 HP. What does it inflict? Fear damage. Be nice to like kick you in there, but I don't think we can do that. If anything, you know what I should do? I should remain concealed and try to do you mean? I thought it said removes cooldown. It just took my cooldown down to 0. That's not removing. Removing would be not applicable cooldown. I could use it infinitely. I'm going to move here. I want them to move around and get closer to a situation where I can do something with this this entity here. Obviously, that has not come to pass. I need to kill the dependents. Place me. I can't fit through the gap, man. I can fit here. That's a little spooky, though. They might move close enough. Bro, stop moving. I am going to drop a pain missile on you for 50 to 74 damage. You're not dead, which is unfortunate. But our quest is complete. So now, with 3 action points, why don't you work your way over here, little bro? I'm ready. Okay, you got 2 action points. Little slice. Who cares? You're not doing anything with 1 action point. Yeah. Good idea. Get close to me so I can drop a pain ripple right in your face. Great idea. You think you're so smart. Yeah? Smart this. Didn't do quite as much as I thought it would, honestly. Either way, get punched, kid. Get punched again. And then I think it's very simple. I just say, you, Scorpion style, get away from me. I end my turn. Now you've got 8 action points. I gotta admit, that's enough. It's enough to do some slices. 178 damage. Or what, 25 stacks of abandon. Holy. We got good damage resistance, thankfully. I'm a simple man. Greatest pain missile ever dropped. You have 40, you have 34. You get punched. And then killed. Now you, on the other hand, how many you got 1,000 action points? I think I'm a simple man. I think we punch you 2 times. I would love to inflict, I don't know, thorns is kind of good. I do tend to take damage. You know what, but intoxicate, give me some thorns. And then we do not investigate any further. We go straight to the waymarked route. Pick up the ghosts. Oh, some of them heal you. It's all right. I'm concealed. Little bro's concealed. So we get a free heal and then pass turn. They're just chilling. Understandable. Have a nice day. I suppose we could... Is there any reason... Is there any disadvantage? For us just doing this until our next heal comes around? I guess there's some risk associated with it. That they could come close enough to unconceal me. I'm missing a good ambush opportunity here, but it is what it is. Have I already removed all my thorns? I have. I have. You're not wrong. You know what? Move me up. Pass turn. Now I'm ready to go. Now I'm pretty stupid. I can't even explode this because it'll explode in my face. So, how about we just move a little bit closer? Seems like I could go off on you here. Like one of these. I guess I could have just picked up this memory as well. That grants an awareness point. Probably would have been pretty sensible. You know what? It's a complicated game, okay? If it was easy, they would call it... Editors, can we insert a game name here after the fact? Blue. All roads lead to sorrow eventually. Some tunnel right past it and onto brighter places, and some end there. Wait, why don't I just kill you? Then the mission ends. No, never mind. I've made some stupid decisions. Holy cow. Broken teleport. Okay. Okay, alright. I didn't expect that, to be honest. What happens when I move through the acid pool? Inflicts 1 infect stack. Ah, it doesn't sound so bad. Hit damage reduced by 10%. What? That's horrible. It's alright though, because a couple of punches, couple of pain ripples, it's already over. Would you like to stay or leave? I would like to leave because I barely made it out of that one. Transposition successful. Yippee! Yippee! Take me to level 8. You would. And you must choose one reward. One reward? The tutorial truly is over. My 2 cents. Here's what my brain is cooking right now. Oppress 1 is great because we have an ability that makes enemies take more damage every time they take damage, and this makes them take damage every time I spend an AP. So if I spent 4 AP setting that up, and then 4 extra AP doing other stuff, they would take 20 extra damage from the fear, plus 40 extra damage from the hyper empathy or whatever. I don't remember, but this is what I want either way. What you're doing is good. It's important. Got me through some hard times. Okay. We have come to the end of the Wantless section for today. Exclamation point Wantless. Thank you again to Twin Sales for the sponsorship. A very novel twist on the tactics genre. My brain is still percolating with all the possible permutations that we could get going with the way that you homebrew your own skills. Like, I don't think we really did anything too special. I was hoping to come up with something unique, like a ranged heal that if you were an enemy, like instead it corrupted you and like turned you into an ally or something like that. I think you got to get a little bit more into the Heston Blumenthal type molecular gastronomy. I was mostly just making like, you know, a burger with a fried egg on top of it. Either way, check it out. Very interesting. Cyberpunk setting and aesthetic. Available now on Steam. Exclamation point Wantless.